Good morning, gang. Happy Thursday. So I thought I'd do something a little different today, because whether jokingly or seriously or whatever, people ask about the area I live in all the time. Now, kind of wanted to start here, with everybody trying to figure out what to do. We all know the scenario of people leaving cities all over the place. I mean, I guess the top five are New York City, Houston, Austin, Orlando, and Dallas, which surprises me because I really thought you'd have like Chicago and Detroit and Minneapolis and Portland on there, but these happen to be the top five people left, at least in 2020. What's happened the first 4 months of the year, I can't tell you. All right. But my question is, do you have what it takes to up and move? And I'm not saying things like, oh, my family's here, I've lived in Boston my entire life, and, my dad's up the street, or, my mom lives across town, or whatever it is, my whole family's here. Not that kind of thing, okay? Not the kind of thing of, oh, my job's here, or something like that. I'm saying, do you have what it takes to live in the country, all right? And by me saying that, what I mean is this, and I'll just give you some personal examples, all right? For me to go to the grocery store, the hardware store, it's a half an hour away, okay? For me to go to a gas station, it's 20 minutes away. Told you all about a dry cleaner. Nearest dry cleaner is an hour away. If I want to go to Walmart, that's a half an hour away. If I want to go to the hospital, that's a half an hour away. If I want to go shopping at anything much more than the farm store, the hardware store, Walmart, or the grocery store, I'm driving an hour, okay? So my question being is, could you live somewhere like that? Now, obviously, there's the benefits of it. Sure, you have a whole lot more land. You got peace and quiet. I mean, I got lightning bugs again. I can hear birds. I can do pretty much whatever I want out in my yard. I mean, not running naked or anything like that. I know y'all are going to give me crap saying May 1st, Naked Gardening Day, and that's not happening, okay? I'll just nix that in the bud right now. But do you have what it takes? Can you live doing something like that? I mean, some people, hey, no problem. An hour's commute to work each day, that's fine for them. For me, okay, I've done that enough in my life. Now, fortunately, I have the benefit I can work from home. So, that's an advantage that I have. If you've got that advantage, hey, that's a huge plus. But that still doesn't make the grocery store any closer. So, a lot of you have asked about the area that I live in here, okay, in East Tennessee. And I know all the stories that, we see. It's like, oh my God, houses are going through the roof. Prices are crazy, and, houses on the market. And then, within 24 hours, there's 20 bids and it's a bidding war and nobody can afford to buy a house. Okay. Sure. And I'm guessing that that's probably the suburbs. I'm not thinking it's out here, okay, out in the country. So I kind of did a little bit of looking here, and I know that y'all are probably somewhat the same boat as me financially. I mean, if you're a multimillionaire and, you can start fires with $100 bills, hey, more power to you, okay? But the rest of us, we got to work around the house and do things. So, the more skills that you have or the more that you're willing to take on your own, you can save yourself some money. So I thought I'd take a look around my area and just see what were at least what I would call prepper style homes, okay? And so I found a few of them. And I mean, I spent probably about half an hour looking at this. I didn't go into depth, all right? And I'll put the links to these three houses that I talk about here real quick underneath, so just so you can see. I didn't look for mobile homes or anything like that. My criteria was A, the surrounding area, and B, it had to have at least an acre's worth of land. Okay, I'm gonna figure, okay, you can do something with that, garden or raise chickens or whatever. You're not gonna raise cows, but you can do something with it, okay? So the first one I found, 1,344 square foot house, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. Okay. I mean, that would be sufficient for a couple. I mean, maybe even a couple and a kid. The 1 bath thing, okay. You know, you deal with it. House was built, I believe, in 1991, 139.9. It's on a full acre, very nice ranch style house. Okay. Built in 1990. I'm sorry. Okay. Very pretty house. Okay. Second one I found was, whoops, that's the third one I found. Where's the second one I found? Second one I found is a little more interesting. This one is on 1.5 acres. It's 3 bedroom, 1 bath, 2,400 square foot house, $70,000. Now, the house is partially remodeled. So if you've got the skills to hang drywall and do that sort of stuff, you can save yourself a ton of money. Sure, you can probably go out and contract some of this stuff out, and you're going to get, add to your cost. I mean, buying drywall isn't cheap either, obviously. You know, you got to pay money for that. But, you know, here's a 2,400 square foot house on 1.5 acres that you can get for 70 grand. Okay. All right, fine. If you've got to do a little bit of work while you're living in it, wonderful. Last one I ran across was very interesting. Now, this one's a little different. This one is a 2 bedroom, 1 bath house. So it is a small house. It was built in 1984. The house is only 1,120 square feet. Now, it's a small house, maybe good for a couple, maybe a single person. A little more expensive at $199.9. Okay. But the catch to it is, it's 107 acres. So if you're looking for land, you know, 200 grand, 107 acres for $200,000, do the math, okay? That's cheap, okay? Now you're talking about what? $200,000 for 100 acres, $2,000 an acre. That's cheap, okay? Who knows, you know, at that point you could raise the house if you want, put a new one on there. You could stay in a mobile home on there. You could build a barn, do whatever you want. So there were some options here. Now, $199.9 is not cheap. I'm giving you that, okay? It's basically what I paid for my house. But, you know, when I'm looking at, you can get something for 70 grand if you want to do some work. You get something for 140 that's basically turnkey. You can do everything, you know, and people go, oh my God, that's a lot of money. All right, so I kind of pulled this up too, okay? Finance, you know, and trying to do what's right for everybody. Because you know me, my theory for everybody is get out of debt, but you got to get out of the city too, okay? So, not everybody, and again, like I said, it depends on what fits you. This video is going to be very pertinent for some people, and other people are going to go, ain't no way I'm doing that, goodbye. So, but that's always kind of how I've run stuff around here. Some things fit you, some things don't. Listen to what's appropriate, don't listen to what's not, and go from there. So, I did this. Right now, the average 30-year mortgage rate, okay, from all the banks that Bank Rate gets the rates from, is 3.11%. Now, I looked down there, the lowest you can get is 2.5 that I saw with one. You got to pay points or whatever it is to get it, but okay, fine. But a $140,000 note at 30 years at 3.11 is a monthly payment of $599 for principal and interest. It doesn't include taxes and insurance, so you got to add that in. All right, $600. Still a lot cheaper than rent that you're going to get anywhere. I mean, I had literally a studio apartment 10 years ago in a tiny town in New Hampshire that, I kid you not, was a little living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. That was it, okay? The place was probably 350 square feet. I was paying $600 back then. That was after my divorce. That was me starting to try to dig out of stuff. $600 there, okay? If I go to that $70,000 house, that $70,000 house would be $299 a month at 3.11%. Now, whether or not you can get the mortgage for under 100 grand, you know, it depends on the bank, so be it. Okay. Now, if you go to a 15-year mortgage, even on that, which is about 2.5%, okay, if I put this in here, okay, $70,000 at 2.5% on a 15-year note is $467. If those numbers kind of sound any sort of familiar, that's kind of what a new truck would cost you now. 70 grand, pay the interest, payments, whatever it would be. Now, obviously, as I've said many times, pay off your debt. If you've got a $300 mortgage, make triple payments on it. Okay? Pay $600, pay $700 a month, whatever you can. $467 on a 15-year note, make double payments. Make double payments, you're going to cut your loan down to probably about 6 years. Okay? Because rule of 72 comes into play again. All right. Here's a way to, if you can do this, okay? Again, if you're comfortable living in the country, if you're comfortable doing, some of the remodel work yourself, or living in a house that's not completely finished while you're saving the money to get a drywall guy in or whatever it would be. This is a way to do it where you actually own something rather than rent something. And if you can pay it off quick, now you have land that you can garden / raise livestock on. Now you've got more space that nobody else is coming up to you going, you can't park your bicycle there. You have to park in this parking spot. Oh, you're making too much noise. They can hear you through the wall. All that sort of crap. Okay, you don't have that. There's the advantage. Home ownership is something not to be taken lightly, but with the cost of rent right now and the fact that you can go buy inexpensive homes, why not at least look into it? Because sure, there's a bunch of these kids that want their mansion right out of high school or right out of college and go, what do you mean I can't afford a $500,000 house? And I look at it and go, what do you mean you think you need a $500,000 house? Again, we're preppers. You want to have some space. Just thought I'd give you some ideas here that, yeah, it can be done. And I'm just looking in the local area around me. I mean, if you want to be in Maine or you want to be in Idaho or Montana or whatever, look around there. You can find decent properties with good amounts of acreage. Sometime, one of these, I forget which one of them was on a stream. You can find decent properties for cheap if you're just willing to put a little bit of work in. And we're preppers. I don't think any of us have any problem putting in some work. Okay, so that being said, I thought I'd give you that as an idea this morning, guys. Have a good Thursday. See y'all. Pinball out.